I'm hot.
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Rams and the Hawks coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
Brennan Garden alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game, and if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. We go from Seattle.
Taken at the goal line. And they will down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They'll be led by their ninth-year quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Geno on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here, 2nd and 10.
Here's the first carry. Alex Collins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now Geno. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Cooper Kupp deep for L.A.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard. 6 on the return, and the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10.
Rams taking ready ready for their first offensive series and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And what big news it was back in January when news leaked out that Matthew Stafford was leaving Detroit and heading out west to join the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are hoping he's the missing piece to the puzzle as they seek a Super Bowl title. Over 45,000 yards passing as a Lion, but not a single playoff victory in his tenure. The Rams general manager has said he can envision Stafford staying 5 to 8 years, which would take him into his 40s.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's Ty Henderson. And he is going to have a Rams first down. Able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he put down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give for Henderson running to the right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side with Henderson. And a breakaway this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down and 9. It's probably a sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone for his defense.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that this point for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Literally this early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he's got down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him space. A loss results there.
Second and 11.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's down 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Every defensive staff limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 50 yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
First and goal from just inside the 5.
Stafford. Touchdown!
Robert Woods on the touchdown throw from Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game. Motion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, yeah, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
One 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Out of the gun, Smith. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And a create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. An excellent run.
And we used to consider these sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some vert play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Here's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one for.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Henderson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This is caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
That's a more balance when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and start scrimmage.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Henderson going to run for it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, over 300 yards on the night. later ended up in the end. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. He's sacked. Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 40 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends. Their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll fire. It's complete. And to the 49, no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down of 2 there. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Now the Seahawks going to use their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Oh, now is the punter Johnny Hecker, who in fact grew up just north of here in nearby Bothell. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. It's out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters are specialized in better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they, like a good golfer, can check one up.
On first down, it's Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Sebastian Joseph Day gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
This is Collins on the handoff.
Yeah, he'll work for one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Collins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
The Rams going to take over late in this first half.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, it's Henderson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's going to have a first. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Gay knocks this one through, and they take the lead here now at 7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, they're awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half is the kick away. This is DJ Reed returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely to face as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Oh, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a close-fought battle to this point. Going to go first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start at a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. And they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure and still try and cover downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff, Henderson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking time and making it work.
Up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun against it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run with Henderson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Stafford.
Oh, that'll complete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You think about this strong safety position, you have your guys in the free safety, but that's great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he out at an even 21 miles an hour. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he'll get into the on-ramps. Sony Michel, a 16-touchdown run.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to exceed.
Circle that drive. Be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker.
Extra point by Gay is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And out a little across 5 to the 27. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute the thinking here at all?
I think it does a bit because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
And that is knocked away in the mid-lead.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a deeper head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
They'll now Smith. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Certainly appears to be ready for him. Back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out, Smith lost it.
fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been their chance to score points, but the opportunity was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. LA offense ready for this next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for a 3 at 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, sure, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Stafford on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, pass interference call. If he's too late, completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Rams. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And from what we said, told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. Absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Smith on first down. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And it's complete. It's Alex Collins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll be accepted. So that moves him back 5. Now Smith.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
To throw is Smith.
And that's complete to Swain.
He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Smith.
And this is incomplete. Like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
Baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, Smith.
That one to Swain, complete.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, their first down executed it to perfection. Now Gino on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith throwing again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect down. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that is caught. But there to say incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy, so let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. LA Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.